Good morning. Today's card we're going to start with Tattered Angels Chalkboard Mist, and this is in the color Apricot Nectar, and this is a piece of 3 3/4 inch by 5 inch cardstock, and I'm just going to spray this generously. Okay. And before it dries, I'm going to just put a little bit of this. This is a Studio Calico Mr. Huey's Sorbet color. I just want a little bit of dotting on here. Okay, I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll be back to work on the next step. So for this part of the card, I'm going to use these feather stamps. I don't even know the manufacturer of this stamp set, but it's a feather stamps, and I chose some yellow cardstock in different colors, and I'm going to stamp the feathers on there, and then I'm going to die cut the feathers out. Actually, I'm going to die cut the feathers first and then stamp on them. Okay, I cut out several of each feather in different colors, and I made sure to die cut it so that I can stamp on the smooth side of the cardstock, so that I try to get a clear image. And I think my best bet is to be using this craft ink, and this is Barely Banana from Stampin' Up. I think it probably won't leave a great impression on some of these, but I want to make sure that this card is very light colored, and I'm afraid that the other one will be too dark. And do it this way. You know, I could emboss these with clear embossing powder. That would be kind of nice. Maybe I will do that just to give it a raised image. Okay, and now I'm going to get out my embossing powder, and we'll just emboss all 4 of these. Clear embossing. Yeah, that's going to show some really nice detail. I'll show you after we get these embossed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and emboss these. Let's see if I can show you the detail on one of these. I guess this one shows up pretty well, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but here's the close-up of it. I'm going to do the exact same thing with the two large feathers. I've got two papers for that, and then I will be right back. I have our piece here and it's dry now, and I do have my embossing bag. I'm going to rub that over all of this just so it's not as sticky. And I have this stamp here. It says, "It's your birthday." I'm going to stamp it and emboss it with white embossing powder. And I'm going to use my Versamark ink. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, so hopefully it's straight. And I'm going to quickly emboss that using white embossing powder. Okay. And before I continue on, I have these alpha stickers. These are Heidi Swapp. And the second I saw this inspiration piece, I knew I wanted to use these letters. They just reminded me of them. These are navy puffy alphas, and we're going to put the word hooray above "It's your birthday." Okay, I'm going to check to see if this is straight real quick here. Before I move on with the feathers, I'm going to get a piece of navy cardstock and mat that very thinly. Now that was 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to cut this navy piece just slightly larger than that. Not quite a 1/4 inch. Okay, and hopefully that will work. Yes. Okay, I'm going to adhere that. And then for the feathers, I decided that the long ones are just too long for this card. So we're going to use the short ones. And I was thinking putting them something like this. Falling down. How about like that? I kind of like that, the way that looks right there. I'm going to adhere them just a little bit. It'll help me with my next step. And that is, I'm going to take a little bit of this white ribbon, and I'm going to tie a little bow around the end of the feather here. Okay, I'm going to do that to all three, and then we'll be back and we'll finish the card. I went ahead and adhered all the feathers better, and after I had done the bows, and I put it on a peach cardstock base. And to finish the card, I'm going to add some sequins because I can't help myself. I'm going to add some peach and clear or white sequins before we finish the card. And I'm using glue dots today to adhere these. Okay, and we're going to call that the finished card for the day. And here is a better view of the card. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.